when you got two guys like this in both with that killer attitude, it's going to be a great fight.
Stephen A's question seemed to speak only to the quality of the competition, not also to the business of boxing.
Floyd would be more involved with the fighting aspect. Like, all right, let me come train. Let's train together. Let's do this. Like,
yeah, I think it is. It can come and, bro, I appreciate anything that man even reaching out and all the game that he done gave me so far. That's a goal. Nobody can tell no different about that dude. So he the GOAT.
Nah, for sure.
Floyd Mayweather and Max Kellerman discuss a potential matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, openly admiring Shakur's high-level ability. Both highlight his technical brilliance, defensive awareness, and ring intelligence, with strong belief that Shakur has everything needed to eventually become an undisputed champion. Their conversation centers on how rare his skill set is and why many insiders see him as a future face of boxing.
Fans with lots of thrills through the years, excellent top fighter, but not a guy who someone looked at, like you say, maybe Tank has the potential to be #1 pound.
Max Kellerman breaks down the matchup in detail, explaining why the fight makes sense both competitively and financially. He describes it as a calculated business decision that could attract massive attention and deliver huge pay-per-view numbers. According to Max, the timing, the personalities, and the skill level involved make it one of the most marketable fights available.
That's what I'm asking. You've been the best at playing the boxing game. When you said TBE, in the ring, someone else can have that. I'm talking about the whole thing. You're right. You played the boxing game better than anyone. The way you think about it, which is a lot of times the way promoters think about it, is not just in terms of the quality of the athlete. Obviously, Santa Cruz.
Shakur Stevenson shares that Floyd Mayweather personally reached out to him to offer advice and mentorship. He explains that Floyd spoke about sharpening defensive positioning, improving timing, and mastering subtle techniques that elevate overall boxing intelligence. Shakur says these conversations helped reinforce his understanding of high-level strategy and long-term greatness.
That's made the most fucking money, Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
I feel like he be showing you love. Like,
That's my God.
yeah.
That's my God, bro.
Look, I
He
saw
called me the other day. He just called me the other day. He called me, what, 2 days ago?
What'd he say?
Bro, he had a whole lot to say. I don't like to put it like,
I give me a little something. You ain't gotta say the whole shit, but it's Floyd, nigga. You know niggas, nigga Dow, he's an idol. Floyd.
one day he was just saying he don't think that I should be the B side of this of this upcoming fight. He think I should be the A side. And he really felt strongly about it, but no, it is what it is, bro. I appreciate Floyd. That's my God. I wouldn't even never say nothing bad about Floyd.
Yeah.
But also, bro, A, B, C, D, E. Put me in that ring with that nigga, gang.
Whatever, right? Whatever.
Put me in the ring, bro, and I'm ready to show who I am, bro. So
Yeah.
that's how.
Many voices within the boxing world believe Shakur should stop waiting and take the leap against Devin Haney right now. They argue that facing elite competition is the only way to silence doubts and prove himself without excuses. According to this view, the moment has arrived for Shakur to test his skills against the very best.
Shakur Stevenson want to keep that momentum and daring to be great, enhancing his greatness. We all know he's motivated and inspired by his mentor, Terrence Bud Crawford, that his next fight should be versus Devin the Dream Haney, moving up to the 147-pound division, because with that victory, he'll become a 5-division world champion, 3-division lineal champion, because I'm sure that Turkey Al Sheikh Ring will put that fight, will put the ring belt on the line, because I believe that Devin Haney is probably the best welterweight at the moment. He'll accomplish all of that by the age of 29. 5-division world champion, 3-division lineal champion. Come on now. Hey, Shakur Stevenson, you the WBO champion, 140-pound division. You could easily petition the WBO to make you the immediate mandatory to Devin the Dream Haney. I think that's the best fight right there. Let me know what you...
Roy Jones Jr. praises Shakur's footwork, speed, and fight planning, pointing out how intelligently he controls distance and angles. He explains that Shakur's movement and preparation separate him from most fighters, allowing him to stay one step ahead in the ring. Roy emphasizes that this strategic mindset is what makes Shakur so dangerous.
Just to try to piss Shakur off so that maybe Shakur would come out and try to land a big shot on him. He knew that was his only chance. And I knew that was his only chance. So if Shakur came out and went right at him like that, that would have gave him a chance to try to land something big and lucky. Other than that, he's never had the feet to keep up with to keep up with Shakur. Because Shakur has some of the best feet in the game. And people don't understand that. What makes it so hard is that his foot game is so on point that he can make you miss this much. Because now, used to be he would jump way back. Now he's not doing that anymore. Now he's just stepping back just enough to make you miss so he can get what he wants after you miss. That makes him highly dangerous. And to see him improve on that and come bring it to the forefront in the biggest fight of his career is great. But I want to say
Mickey Bay calmly discusses the possibility of a Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney fight, choosing realism over hype. He explains that Devin could move up in weight comfortably and handle the spotlight with confidence because his past experience has already prepared him for major moments. Bay notes that size is the only real concern Devin might face, as Shakur is naturally smaller but extremely fast and precise with his timing. Interestingly, Bay suggests that speed differences can sometimes favor the bigger fighter, since smaller boxers often rely more on movement than physical strength.
So it's like maybe something that Devin can definitely go out up there with ease, only need to deal with the size, but he's probably going to have the speed advantage because he's a smaller guy coming up. So, I mean, you tell me, do you feel like that's going to be harder than the Lomachenko fight?
No. I think Loma probably be his hardest top 2 or 3 fights in his whole career. I could predict that even going to the end, to say if Devin fight 8, 9, 10 more years, that'd be one of his top 2 or 3 hardest fights because the age that he fought him. Loma was at his very peak. He was at his peak. He was older. He was right there at his top.
When comparing opponents, Bay believes the Lomachenko fight was far more challenging than a potential bout with Stevenson. He explains that Lomachenko faced Devin during his prime years, bringing elite skills and veteran instincts that made it one of the toughest nights of Devin's career. While Shakur would still pose serious challenges, Bay feels the difficulty level would not be the same in terms of physical maturity and experience. He also reminds listeners that Devin fought at lightweight not long ago, so the size difference should not be overwhelming. Above all, Bay praises Devin's mindset, describing him as a fighter who genuinely seeks greatness and never avoids risky matchups. He even reveals that Bill Haney asked for his opinion on the fight, and Bay openly encouraged making it happen.
So, no, it won't be as hard as that. But size-wise, yeah, that's a big factor because we saying the dude that was just lightweight a couple years ago, but Dad wanted to be great. That's just something that's in him. It's only a few dudes like that in boxing right now that really want to do that kind of stuff. So, he got my blessing in making the fight. Like, Bill did ask me about it maybe a few weeks ago. I don't know how much further it got, but he did ask me what I thought. Easy work.
Pretty much you can see he's willing to fight anybody. Like, he doesn't really care who he fights.
He'll fight now too. It ain't we ain't doing no weight class or none of that.
Analysts say the rising tension between Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Keyshawn Davis has created one of the most compelling storylines in the lightweight and junior welterweight divisions. Devin Haney is widely respected as a disciplined and technically sound fighter, known for his sharp jab, strong ring IQ, and calmness under pressure. At the same time, confidence is high on Shakur's side, as he firmly believes his skills would allow him to outbox Haney when the opportunity arrives. Their exchanges have only increased anticipation among fans.
Haney is a tremendous fighter, but obviously he believes in himself and that he will beat Devin Haney. To that, Devin Haney responded, "I believe you're a tremendous fighter, but I'll beat you." And then Devin Haney stated, "Well, I want to fight your little brother, who is Keyshawn Davis, superstar, WBO former lightweight world champion, who called out Devin Haney and stated because he didn't like how Devin Haney treated him when they was younger, when Shakur brought him around, so on and so forth. So Devin Haney said, you know something? I want to fight Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn, let's make it happen. And then you're the little brother, because Shakur and Keyshawn made it abundantly clear they have no interest in fighting each other because of their relationship, although they're not blood brothers.
What adds another layer of intrigue is Devin Haney choosing to call out Keyshawn Davis first. Analysts view this as both a strategic and personal decision. Davis, a former champion with growing star power, reportedly carries unresolved tension from the past, making the matchup emotionally charged. Since Shakur and Keyshawn share a close relationship and have no interest in fighting each other, Haney targeting the younger brother naturally sets the stage for a future showdown with Shakur. From both a business and competitive standpoint, experts note that Haney has consistently shown willingness to negotiate fair terms. The main obstacle remains the rehydration clause. With both camps confident and exchanging subtle warnings, analysts agree that skill will ultimately decide everything. If these fights come together, fans could witness a defining moment in modern boxing.
So now Shakur puts up a cryptic message and responds and says, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Well, remember, Devin Haney made an offer when he was at 135 to stay at 135 to fight Shakur. Shakur didn't like the offer, which means Devin Haney is more than willing to make the fight. Devin Haney is saying, if you want to make the fight, his father, trainer, manager, Bill Haney, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, is saying, we'll make the fight gladly, but we're not doing a 10-pound rehydration clause. So Shakur is saying, be careful what you wish for. Skills pay the bills, as Shakur said. And Shakur said he don't like people putting rehydration clause on people because it handicaps them and you can't get credit. Well, then he says on Najee with Cigar Talk and Devin Haney.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned. Until next time.